14 subnets and 14 usable hosts. Okay? Using the network address, okay, 192.10.10.0. Okay, the first problem here is the address class. So all you need to do is to identify the address class. So 192.10.10.0. So going back to your notes, try to check where is that 192. Okay, the first octet din siya na belong, class A, class B, class C. On this case, so this is class C. So the next question here, what is the default subnet mask? Okay, so by default, so since class A siya, the first three octet would be the network address and the last octet would be the host address. So by default, the first three octet would become the 3255 and the last octet, the host portion is 0. Amo nang iya nga default subnet mask. How about the custom subnet mask? Di naghalin si 240. So 240 can be answered with the use of our requirements here. Okay, going down, there is aton nga problem. Okay? Amhon yun ni siya. Tungaon. Make the first 3 octet as the network portion intact 192.10.10 and then break down the host portion, convert this into zeros. Okay? 8 bits of zeros. Okay? So, we are going to name here with 3 rows. So, the binary values, the number of subnet, and the number of host. Okay? So, sa binary values naton, these are called the power of 2s naton, ha? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, up to 1 to 8. Okay? So, 2 raised to 7 is equals to 128. And then, on the above that row, so masugod naman kita counting sa 2. 2, because the smallest number of subnet is 2. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and 256. Sa babaw, baliskad naman siya. So starting from the right, going to the left, so now that is the number of hosts. Sa dalom direya sa tunga is the starting from left to right, number of subnets. Okay. So how do we going to determine to solve our problem? So ang requirement is 14, 14. So diin ma-fit in si 14. So starting from the left, okay? Number of subnets naton or pwede ka man diri ka determine diri sa number of host naton nga requirement. So starting from the so 2, 4, 8. So hindi siya pwede kung diri. Kaya ang requirement is 14, kulang. So we jump to the 16. Okay? 16. Number of host. Okay? So, dira kita, between 16 and 32, it can solve our problem. Try to look at the number of subnet. Still, it can solve the required number of subnets, which is 14. Okay? So, dira ang aton nga demarcation line, ang correct naton. Okay. So, to solve for the custom subnet mask, we need to add these 4 borrowed bits. These 4 zeros, again, would now become part of our network portion. Okay? Again, it would become part of the network portion. Ang host portion na lang, ini, sa dalom nga ni. Kay man, ang ginapangayo sa aton problem is 14 host. O so, hatagan sa 16, duha lang sobra. Okay? So, i-add up naton ang 1, 2, 4, 32 plus 16, that would become 240. Amo ni si 240 diri. Dira na naghalin. Okay? So starting from the dot, okay? Kundi nag-originate ang aton nga network portion kag iyang host portion dira kasugod isip 128643216. So kung dire naman sa class B, didto mo man na pangitaon di ng borrowed bits sa class B. Okay? Ah, mm. Okay? So that would become 240. Mm. So the total number of subnet nga mahimo naton base diri sa aton nga solution, total number of subnet is 16. Di na nagalin si 16, sir. Ariho, ang pinakataas nga na number of subnets naton na 16. Same true with the number of host addresses, 16. Pero ang number of usable addresses gina-compute asa, ginabuhinan always duha si total number of host addresses. Para sa ano ng duha, as I've said Jagina, that is for the network address and the broadcast address. Okay? Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So ginabuhinan ina duha para kay network address kay broadcast address. So klaro na ni. Okay? So going back to the video that I've shared to you, okay, mag-ubra sa activity nga ni, kopyahon ining bilog nga problem. Okay? You put this on a white paper. No white paper, bond paper lang gid, wala kuret ha. Bond paper, again, bond paper, any size, long or short. You write your name on top. Below your name is the activity number. Okay? Activity number and the problem number. Okay? Kopyahon ini nga problem. So kay amo na gid man lang niya tag sa inyong activity si problem 1. Kay hindi gani ni kompleto, pa-kompleto ko sa inyo para may guide na kamo. Mag-ubra sang next pag inyo problem kay duha ini ka problem set ang ihatag ko sa inyo. Okay? So kopyahon ini. Same true with this one. Ining table nga is dalom. And then you create another table below this or on another page. Okay? That has the following columns. Column ha? Okay? So may galista dira sa inyo, wala. Bahala ka mada. So ang unod sang column is the subnet number starting from subnet 0. Okay? Second column is the network address. Third column is the IP address range. So starting from the first usable IP, ending with the last usable IP. And the last column is the broadcast address. Okay, again, apat ka column. Network number, network address, IP address range, and the fourth column is network address. Network address, broadcast address I mean. Okay? Clear? So, pagtapos ini, ina nga table. So, below this table, okay, below the table, on another piece of paper, okay, so let me introduce to you another page. Okay. So, mayo i-clear ko na ini. Dahil lang ha. So, any question with that activity? Okay, because I'm going to show you another drawing. Okay, here. I'm using kitaon ang white screen.
Yes,
Kitaon ang
sir.
screen. Okay? So, I'm using the Jamboard of Google again. Okay? So, drawingan ta ni siya. We need to draw here. A router. If you can still remember what I have discussed to you last meeting, a router is a device The only device that can make communication happen between networks, different subnetworks. Okay? So let us now make this as a standard, mag-drawing kita, nga naka-hierarchical ang iya nga setup. Okay? Take note, why niya pa namin na may drawing ha? Okay? Importante, you draw the symbol properly, you connect between symbols, and you understand what is going on logically in your activity. Okay? Kay banda, abot ko na mangopya naman lang sang obra sang iban. Okay? So, brahon ko naman nga ginasindihan ng no. Pero, kuan lang na sa due date lang. Hindi na sila niya cut off date, hindi kinakasend. Makasend ka pa. Except lang niya ang kuan lang niya, ang quiz lang ang aton nga hindi ka nakakuha kung nag-close na. Okay? Hmm. Clear? So, when you say hierarchical, by level ang iya nga pag. So, on our hierarchical uh, point of view sang aton nga mga network device, ang pinakadalom, okay, sa hierarchy, amo ang aton nga end device. Ina sila ang aton nga mga laptop, PC, handheld devices, okay, cellular phones, amo nang pinaka-last sa dalom. Followed by our network switches or hubs. Okay, ulupod na sila, isa na sila ka-level, low level na sila. Okay, connected going to a router. Okay, a router is a mid-level device. Okay, so router connect to another router, okay, mid-level device. But if that router is connected to another higher device, just like our ISP, just like our cloud devices, so higher na sila nga mga network device. Tatlo lang na ka-level. Okay? High level, mid-level, level. Okay? So, going back to our activity, so on the problem that we have 14 subnetwork. So, you need to draw here 14 subnets. All in all. So, drawingon ko diya, pila lang kabilog, ay garon iawan tas ni. Okay? This is a symbol for our network switch. So, hambal ko na, wala pa na may drawing. Okay? Sorry kaya ang ginagamit ko, mouse. Eh, wala ko kita kundi ko ng digitizing pen ko di. Okay? So, we are going to connect this to our routers. Okay, we have here three of our 14 subnets. Okay. So, ano ang himuon? Need to put labels on this subnetworks. Mas mayo pa si subnet may label. Okay? So first, ibutang tadi sa babaw. Ano ang ibutang naton? Is the network address. So in shortcut ko lang NA ha. Base bla ilugon nyo naman na. Butang nyo na net add sa inyo. Okay? So what is our first network address or ano ang aton nga network 0? Magsilig kita network 0, it usually begins with subnet. Okay? So ang aton nga problem 192.10.10.0. Amon ato sa problem set naton. Okay? So, and what is our broadcast address? Okay? So, 192.10.10. Okay, pila gani ang aton nga um, total number of IP addresses sa aton nga problem. Okay, sino nakatanda kagina?
240, sir.
Ha? Total number of IP addresses sa aton nga problem. Total number of host. It simply shows nga wala nyo na siya patutukan basa ini nga notes. Kuan nyo ang theory lang. Okay? This is located on lesson 3 of unit 1. Okay? So, hambal ko na 16. Okay? 16. Hello? Di ba 16? Okay? So, total number of host addresses, 16. Total number of usable addresses, 14. Buhinan ta sang NA kag BA nga ni. So, ang unod niyang usable is 14. Okay? Clear? So, ang question, what is our broadcast address? Kung this size ini sila tanan, what is the last number sa sining range? Sa sining network? Give anybody? Anybody in the group? Wag siyang maisog, di ba? Hello? Para pa kamuda tanan. Hello? Wag gida may makapakot sini. Ano ini ang iya nga last nga number? Anong broadcast address? Take note, in computing, we used to count 0 nga may value. So meaning, si 192.10.10.0 is having a value in here. May valor siya, ginaisip naton as part. So, parte siya sang 16 ka IP address. Hello? So, ano ang ika-16 naton? Dire kung parte sang 16 ka IP address, si 0. Hello? Batian nyo wala? Ay, why natawo? Titulog ta.
Sir,
Ha? Ano ay ika-16? Ay, why na may kapanumdum? Nagturulog na kamutanan? What is the 16th IP address if we are going to start with that 0?
15, sir.
Ha? 15. O si Jumar na lang isa dyan. Teko, tanan log out. Huwag may kasalabat. Okay? 15. Okay. So, amo ni ang puno, amo ni ang punta. Okay. The next thing you have to do is to determine. Okay? Ang sasulod. What is the first usable IP? 2.168 that 10, I'm sorry, that 1, that is the first usable IP na pwede naton i-assign. Okay? Sa aton nga PC. Butangan ta di pa PC, gali inalipat ko. Ada computer. So amo na iya nga label. Amo niya nga IP nga pwede gamiton. 192.10.10.1. Okay? So another PC here to symbolize the last usable IP. So what is the last usable IP sa iya nga range? So hambal kag na sa problem 14 usable IP. So what is the last usable IP nga range? O anybody? Anong usable IP niya di? Last usable IP?
2.
Ha? Last usable IP to? Kung magsiling ka to,
14.
that is next.
13, sir.
Pila?
14, sir.
Ha?
15.
15.
Pila? Isa-isa lang? Sino hambal 15? Sino hambal 15? Bayaw ka mo? Sino hambal 14?
14, sir.
14 is the correct answer. Okay? So nga nangin 14. Okay? Ari na gani di si 15. 1, 2, plus 4, plus 13, plus to 14. Napa 14 pala, equals to 15 gali. Okay? Ika-16 ini. Hambal ko gani kagina, si 0 is counted as 1. Okay? So that's why it became 16 total. Okay? Try to go back to that problem. Okay? So the next problem for you to answer is okay? Edit na naman. So what is the next network address? So hambal kagina sa problem, ang solusyon may sabat na to kagina 16 ang iyang what's this? Ang iyang content 16 IP addresses sa kada subnetwork. Okay? So what is next network address? Anybody? Sabat na. What is the next
1.
network address? Ari na gani si 1 ni ho.
13, sir.
Ha? Pila? Ano ang sunod nga network?
2, sir.
Paano nanginto kay
Two.
ari nga ni disito diri ho? Ngo, included na disito mo. 1 to 14. Yun, 15 ang ending. Okay? So, sirado, 16 ari na di ho. So, ano ang sunod nga network address? Ha? Ay, dumabalik kita sa kinder. Ano ang sunod ni 15 kunti 16? Di ba la? Oh, try to look. Hambal ko, 16 na ni sila. 0 to 15 is equals to 16. 16 numbers including the 0. Okay? So, after 15, we have 16. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
So, what is our first usable IP dire? Kopya naman tadi, Kwan. Isa ka drawing. Isa ka computer dira, butang ta. Sa naman dire. So ano ang IP sini? So 192.10.10 dot anong first usable IP? What is the next use what is the first usable IP sa subnet 1? Way nagida sa may makasabats na. Bation pa ko din, hindi na. Hello? Hello? Are you all still there?
Yes, sir.
Ano ang sabat sa pamangkot? What is the first usable IP sa subnet 1? Ano ang sunod nga numero kay 16?
17.
Siyempre ba man, logic bala mo? Okay? The purpose of this activity is for you to understand the logic behind this illustration. Ang bal ko kagina, hindi niya panami-nami drawing. Insakto sa sang logic dire. 17. Oh. So ano ang iyang broadcast address? Balik naman kita dire. Okay? Para ma-solve mo ni siya, solbon mo anay ang last IP. Okay? So 17 plus ano nga number ang idugang mo di siya para magkakuha ka sang number sang 14 IP. Halin kay 17 plus 13 ka. 17 plus 13 is how much? Isang simple arithmetic. Ito hindi na mo sa bataw. Gibe? Si Juan kag si Maria i-add mo sila nga duha, pila dayon ang magwa sila.
30, sir.
Pila?
30.
30. Sigurado na? 30. Okay? So ini violent reaction nga nangin 30, gibe? Kasi may mga reklamo pa. Nga nangin 30 ni. O isipa sa tudlo mo kung 14 gid man halin kay 17. O 17, 18, 19, 20 so on nasa 30 kung pila na. Kasi kaduda ka. Count with your fingers. Okay? So what would be our broadcast address for this matter? Dire anong broadcast address ta? Net 1 what would be the broadcast address? Inano ni sila yaman? Number gilang ni istoryanta. Nag plus minus ta di. Ano ang broadcast address ta? Pinaka last nga number or IP address sa sina nga network, subnetwork. Ay maan. Ha?
31,
32?
sir.
31,
Pila?
sir.
O 31
31.
kasi mo lang masabat gid lang, hindi pa magsabat. Inano ko man. Okay? So here, I am giving you the hint already how to create the table and how to answer the whole 14 subnets or 16 subnetworks nga makita sa aton nga problem. Okay? So all you have to do is to complete this drawing with 14 subnets lang. Okay? Nga may tagduha ka PC sa dalom showing the first and the last IP sa sina nga subnetwork. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Mm. But make
Sir.
sure ang number sina dire insakto. Try to observe. Ang network address is always an even number. Even. Okay? 16 is an even number. Broadcast address is always an odd number. Oh. So kung mag-even inading sabat mo, meaning sala ang imo nga computation. Diri sa sulod, ang first usable IP is always odd. Ang last usable IP is always even. Amon ang iya nga hint dira. Checkon mo na siya kada permi. So first IP is even, so meaning there is something wrong with your network address. Intindihan ay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Kompletuhon yun eh. Kompletuhon. Okay? Any violent reaction? Before I'm going to move to the next topic or to the next activity. Okay na ha? Sige. So that is your second activity. Okay? Your third activity is this problem. Okay? Si problem 8. Okay? Problem 8 has three subnets nga requirement, 45 usable host nga requirement, and may amo ni nga network address. So kompletuhon ni na di same process with problem 1. Okay? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So the format would look like this. Okay? So amo nun lang ni sheet na lang. Amo ning aton nga format nga gamiton. Pero ining babaw nga ni wala niya ha. Okay? So again, kopyahon niyo tong problem set, tangan ngalan, activity number, dalom, and then ang problem, then ining one may 128 64 blah 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 blah, and muning aton nga ano ni siya nga table. Sa dalom sang table, amo na dire ang drawing. Okay? So ang starting network range amo ni sa ang aton nga network number. Network number network number islan lang niyo. Ewan ni sa islan. And then butang nyo na dire ang iyang network address. So ang ni-require ko 5 gali. 5 na lang, 5 ka column pero gintingob ko lang yung kagina pagambal kong 4. Okay? So para hindi ka mo magsala, amo na lang ni himuunta lang anom eh. Okay? Nga 5 gali. Okay? So dugang ni dire ang iyang network address. Dayon ang network address subnet number starting from 0. Okay? Network address siya. Isla niyo ang starting net range. Dayon ang first host, first IP, last IP, and then the broadcast address. Okay? Clear? Daw paryosin niyo. Amo ni. This is the network number, okay, or subnet number. And then amo ni ang convert in kanya niya naka-binary. So ang himuon nyo, ang network address, i-convert nyo ang binary nga ni into decimal. So 192.10.10 so on. Okay? And then amo ni ang first IP, network IP. Amo ni ang last nga network IP. And then, kung nyo na dire sa punta niya ang iyang broadcast address. Okay? Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So, good luck diri iya ti ila na naipalamanog. Okay, may koy kapamilit. Ako I am just doing my task. Okay? Any question or clarification regarding your activities? Hello?
No, sir.